I am 26 years old and I should be way more relaxed than I am. But I actually spend a lot of time stressing about where I am in life, stressing about how another year has gone by and what I haven't done, accomplished, achieved, what skills I haven't acquired, who I am not yet. And that is really insane. There's just so much visibility, proximity, all this stuff. We see people at all these young ages doing all these things, and our culture is kind of obsessed with prodigy. If at any moment you feel rushed or you feel behind, your foot's tapping, you're looking at other people who've done other things and you're 27 or you're 28 or whatever, you're 33 or 36, whatever. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares for real? Because you don't actually have to care. I know that's crazy. I know we're getting radical. Any stress, like if you notice that you feel any kind of rush, any kind of stress, that means you're living off of some kind of standard of what's supposed to be, what a marker of success is. You're not living your life free and rogue where everyone has a different path and everyone has a different timeline. What if your life is going to hit you for real and you get whatever it is you're looking for at 62? Would that not still be beautiful? Really and truly. I think it's so beautiful. And I ask myself that question. If I can just live my life and be present and just work on honing my ability to love better, to listen, to breathe, to regulate, to be calm, if I can just spend my life not trying to acquire, accomplish, or hit marks that make me feel settled and validated, but if I could just spend my life dialing, becoming dialed enough, calibrating my compass to be efficient in love, in movement, in flow, in clarity, if I could focus on those things, I don't care what I acquire. I'm living in peace, in euphoria, in heaven. I'm living with God. And it's kind of radical, but I realized in really thinking about this and deconstructing all these thoughts that were just going in my brain for years that I can really, and this isn't anything revolutionary, you've heard it before, drop the pursuit. Now, it doesn't mean you have to stop working toward it because the time's going to pass anyway. There can be joy in work. There can be joy in continuing to do whatever it is you're doing. But it's about changing the frequency and the spirit in which you do it in. Changing the layer, the realm that you're living on. Of changing what the point is. The point is to love and to be. Put in your mind that, okay, I'm not going to get the thing I'm here for until I'm 65. Like, just throw it way down the road. Throw it way down the road and sit with that. Sit and imagine that is your reality and accept it. Find peace, love, and gratitude in knowing that something is that far down. Because then it creates so much space for you. It's like, wow, I'm 26. I can just go another 35 years learning, observing, smiling, getting to know people instead of this rush. You're telling me I can spend the next 35 years just learning how to human, learning how to love, learning how to vibrate higher, and still honing my craft out of fun, out of just expansion, out of just wanting to grow. I can still work on my business. I can still connect with others. I can still make my art and do all these beautiful, amazing things that I love to do. And I can do it without banging my head against the wall, being upset that some 19-year-old did everything that I wanted to do years before I did. Life can be so much more free. Life can be so much more chill, bro. Life can be so much more chill. And that's why we have to become aware and change the manner in which we do things. Change the spirit. Change the air in which we do things. Because if we don't, we might get to the thing we want, but then we don't even feel good because we weren't living and breathing and flowing and just dancing through it all. We're just meant to dance through it all. And this is someone, I want money, brother. I want money, brother. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to spoil my friends and family and kids and grandkids. Like, I want all those things, but I want to love more than anything. And I recognize that vibrating at the frequency of love is the only way. It's the way to do, acquire, achieve everything at the right divine time that it's supposed to. I don't want to control time anymore. I don't even want to think about time anymore. I just want to be the best me. I want to vibrate at the highest frequency, the highest vibration that I can in any given moment. Then I know I'm doing it right. If you are fully expanded and vibrating at the highest, most best, amazing, beautiful frequency that you can in any given moment, what else is there to do? That's it. That's all you ever need to focus on. Because if you're doing that in every given moment, you are living in the most expanded way that you can. You are being and breathing and doing the best that you can be doing. So it comes from not being so wrapped up in the mind, not being, oh, I'm trying to do this, not from being in that realm of mind and time and thinking and scarcity. I really feel like time is what creates scarcity. And so you just got to relieve it. Take whatever your goal is that you're trying to do and whatever, throw it 60 years in the future, throw it 40 years in the future. Say it's not going to happen for another 20 years. And it's like, okay, well, I've got a lot of space. I've got a lot of breathing room. Might as well go for a walk, you know? And I'm someone who was like such a workaholic that I abandoned just self-love things. I abandoned just health things. I wouldn't go out for that run or for that stroll or for that walk because I couldn't justify taking time to do that when I had this other goal that I desperately needed to hit. I couldn't justify just going to get my nails done with my friend or going to see that 3-hour movie with my friend because no, I should be in the studio working on this thing because I'm got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't grind when you need to grind. There are seasons. There are some moments where I want to lock in. I want to shut down the world and I want to go forward because my energy is at that place. And that's cool. But the spirit that I'm doing it in is that I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I feel like I need to. Not because I feel scarce, not because it's giving me my self-worth and my sense of value. I'm doing it because, yeah, I'm energized to do it. I want to do it. I feel it. I got it. I'm going to get it. Completely different spirit, completely different energy. And that's what I want people to connect to. I want people to connect to that because I know how much that other space hurts. I'm coming from the opposite direction, very deeply in the opposite direction. And I took years climbing out of that space, and honestly just documented it as I go. And because I feel the stark contrast of how I felt in that paradigm versus this one, because I've experienced that change of layer, that switching of realms, it's like I want to chart where I've been. I map out these spaces and tell people, yo, I know where you're at. It's way better over here. It's way better over here because you can do the same things, still strive toward the same goals in a completely different spirit. And your spirit being that much lighter is actually going to make you, not that this is the point, and I wasn't even going to say it, but once your spirit is over on this side, it actually moves you and propels you faster than all the things you want to do. But we don't care about time. We don't care about speed. It just is a byproduct of being in a healthier space. Things just happen better. Things happen faster, more seamlessly. You're flowing with the universe now. We're in our 20s. Those of us in our 20s, even our 30s, everything is relative. We're young. We have our health. We have our vitality. Even people in their 40s. I think if you're moving and you're alive and you're growing and you're expanding and you have, you're healthy. I know that word can mean a lot of different things, but you're alive. And we have to find a way to enjoy fully our aliveness, to be more alive and to lean into being more alive and not feeling scarce about not being something yet. Just because we have a system that puts outliers on a stage, we don't have to have it all figured out. That's actually the point of this whole thing. That's the point of this whole game is to dance, to dance. And a dance moves in different directions. A dance doesn't really have a right or wrong. The nature of a dance is just the movement and the flow, and you might change with the rhythm. You might change with the beat. You might switch up the genre at some point during the dance, but it's just a dance. There's no objective. There's no right or wrong. There's no too slow or too fast. It's a dance. Imagine wasting your life being worked up about a dance, something you were supposed to dance through. You don't want to get to the end of your life and realize you were so constricted. You're this giant knot of tension, anxiety, regret, depression, and exhaustion because you didn't realize it was supposed to be a dance. That would be so unfortunate. That would be so unfortunate if you didn't realize it was a dance. You never danced because you didn't realize that was the point. You thought you were supposed to tick these boxes and show how brilliant, talented, hardworking, diligent, and disciplined you are. You can do that. Those are spices, those are garnishes and seasonings you could throw on your life. Cool. But remember to dance. That's what we're here to do. My neighbor's window is open. I'm scared they see me right now. The last thing I want to say is I love you. I love you. I really do. And I hope that because I love you, I hope that you can feel my love for real and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to love myself enough too to let myself dance. And just know, for what it's worth, it would make me, this random girl on the internet, it would make Desi very happy if you vibrated with that a little bit. If you sat with that, it will make me very happy. Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm not your mom, but I think you should.